Hello chess lovers, Suren here, and in this video I want to take a quick look at a razor sharp game which starts with Sicilian defense. The game was played between two Argentine chess players, Juan Klein and Bartolome Jorge Marcussi. I have to tell you that Carlos Klein was a promising Argentine chess player who passed away at a very young age. At the age of 25 he died in a motorcycle accident, so 3 years after this game in 1966. Meanwhile, the game was played in 1963 in Buenos Aires, and Carlos Klein had white pieces opened up with e4. Marcussi responded with Sicilian defense, knight f3 d6, d4 c takes d4, knight takes d4, knight f6, knight c3, and a6. Neither variation is on the board. Interestingly, whenever I am sharing with you a very interesting sharp game, it starts with Sicilian defense. Bishop g5, white is choosing the main line, knight bd7, bishop c4, h6, bishop h4, g6. So by going for h6 and then g6, black is deviating from the main theory. Qe2, bishop g7, f4, queen a5, white castled queen side, and in return black castled king side. And there comes g4. When this pawn is on h6, black's king side is somewhat vulnerable, and now black has to be very careful. Knight c5 by black, rook h g1, b5, attacking white bishop. Also, the b pawn intends to step forward once again, but instead of moving away the bishop, white played knight c6, attacking black queen and at the same time hitting on e7. Queen c7, neutralizing both threats, but there comes knight d5, forcing black to capture on d5, otherwise we have a nice target on e7 in case you miss the queen away. And knight takes d5 by black, bishop takes d5, and it's not like that at this point black can protect the pawn on e7, right? At this point if I move like e6, then there is this knight e7 check, and this time your rook can drop. So bishop takes d5, black answered with a strange looking knight a4 move, but this is not good, and instead it was better to play bishop b7 and give up this pawn. In the game we see knight a4 and e5, although knight takes e7 is also playable, but white decided to block the long diagonal, thus neutralizing the bishop. Bishop b7. Finally, black is developing his queenside bishop, but already it's too late. Bishop f6. Removing black's dark squared bishop will make the kingside defenseless. D takes e5, f takes e5, rook a e8, queen e3. The threat is queen takes h6, king h7, and bishop takes g7. There it goes. White is removing that bishop and then is landing a heavy punch. Can you find white's next move? Ready? Well, actually that's very easy. In here we see knight f5 check. White is sacrificing his knight, but in return is making black's kingside defenseless. Black accepted the piece sacrifice, but let's take a look. What if king g8? Then simply queen takes h6, and if queen takes e5, then queen takes g6. We also have a very strong bishop on d5, right? If king h8, then another check, and then c3. Neutralizing the threat and creating a threat like rook e1 in order to lure away black queen from the long diagonal. For example, if move like bishop takes d5, then queen g5 check, followed by rook takes d5, and in this case white is actually harassing black queen from d5 square, and it's over. Black is losing. In the game to knight f5 check, we see g takes f5 and g takes f5 discovered check, king h7, and at this point I have to ask you to pause the video once again and find white's next move, which is actually very easy to find. At this point already we have a forced mate and white went for it. Queen takes h6 is on the board. King takes h6, rook d3, and resignation followed. There is this rook h3 mating threat, and there is no way to avoid the upcoming checkmate. That's why black capitulated. That was a very nice and quick victorious game by Carlos Klein. The knight sacrifice followed by a queen sacrifice left black without a chance to survive. And in the end, a chess puzzle for you where the task is to find the winning line for white. It's white to move, and as usual we'll wait for your answer in the comment section. Here is a playlist of Sicilian chess games. Feel free to check them out as well. We'll see you in my next video. Take care.